The difference between random leads and a predictable pipeline is the difference between hope and strategy.
Welcome back to the Business Growth Mindset podcast, where we help business owners and founders scale their businesses with clarity, strategy, and confidence. Welcome back to the Business Growth Mindset podcast. I'm Bonnie Louise, and I'm here with Christian Lavolsi. Now, if you've ever found yourself staring at your pipeline on a Monday morning, wondering where your next lead's coming from, you are not alone. I've worked with hundreds of business owners who ride the emotional roller coaster of inconsistent leads. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to fix that. We're diving into how to build a predictable, scalable lead generation engine, one that works when you're working, and more importantly, keeps working when you're not working. So whether you're overly reliant on referrals or stuck in the feast and famine cycles, this conversation will give you the clarity and confidence to take control of your pipeline. Christian, how are you going today?
But I'm great, but it sounds more like I should be interviewing you for this one. I'm like sitting here going, hang on a minute. I know that I kind of taught you a lot of these things, but you've actually taken them to the next level in running our agency. So, and then obviously overlooking the entire group of companies. But okay, I'm doing great. I'm really excited where you're going to go with this. So, we might
I'd
be
like to get
switching it up.
your business mind strategic level on it. Like, yes, I am great at the day-to-day strategy and getting people leads consistently. I'm fabulous at that, obviously. It's my job. But you bring a different take on it. And sometimes when I do have a tricky client, I'll come to you and I'll have a chat about how the whole system works, particularly if they're in like a bizarre niche or something that I'm not super experienced with. And you bring like a different lens to the whole thing. So I think this is still super valuable for our clients and they can have me another time.
Great. I'm waiting to see where this goes, which rabbit hole we go down. So let's do it.
All right. So, number one, this is something you see all the time with your coaching clients. What's the difference between random leads and a predictable pipeline?
Yeah. Well, that's a great question, right? Now, the difference between random leads and a predictable pipeline is the difference between hope and strategy. Okay. Great question. Because that was like, you couldn't have scripted it any better. So many people, I wanted to swear then, so many people just live in hope, right? They grab paint, they throw it against the wall, and they think the wall's going to paint itself, right? Like it doesn't. You need to get the brush, you need to cut the corners and the edges, and then you need to roll it, and then you got to do it again, right? So you test and measure and you keep going. Random leads show up when you're lucky, right? Maybe someone referred you, or you got a cold DM response. Now, you can't rely on them. You can't forecast, and you certainly can't scale from them. But a predictable pipeline, that's intentional. It's structured, it's measurable, and it means that you know what level or what lever, sorry, to pull, whether it's content, whether it's advertising, whether it's outbound, or whether it's a nurturing campaign. And you have the systems in place to consistently attract, capture, and convert the right prospects. And that's my favorite word. Like everyone talks about attraction, I talk about conversion because that's where the real money is, right? So think of it this way: random leads are weather dependent, okay? Predictable pipelines are engineered. And that engineering starts with understanding your ideal client, having the right message, the magnetic message that we were teaching our COD clients the other day, and building the right offer, and then delivering it across the right channels at the right time. So that's predictability.
Yep, I love that. It's like if you can turn the tap on and off when you want, not just hope that it rains, that's when you've got it sorted.
Well, what about the clients that ring up the agency and they're like, I need 1,000 leads by tomorrow. Yeah, right, mate. How much marketing have you done? None. Like, what? The conversations you and I have in our one-to-one team meeting about the agency. Something. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then we say no to pretty much.
Sometimes you sit there and you're like, look, it can be done, but it's going to cost you like $10,000 a week in ad spend, and your business isn't making that much money. So obviously it's not going to work. But it's I mean, I guess that's part of our role, though, is to educate people because they don't understand. And there are so many people on Instagram sitting there telling people that they can just flip a switch and for free they can magically get, like, obviously it's not true. But if you see enough of it, maybe you're like, what am I getting wrong as a business owner? Why can't I do this? I'll call the agency. They'll know how to do it.
Wait for it, Bonnie. Give me $10,000 and I'm going to give you so many leads into your inbox that you're not going to know what to do with it. And I'm going to do this and this and this. And they target all the reasons you can't do it. And then guess what? My guarantee is that
Oh,
if I
I hate
don't
this.
do it, I'm going to do it forever until I do. The reality of it is those people,
They're
that's how they
never,
make their money. They, they,
yeah,
they, they're never going to get you the result, but they get paid anyway. And then you know
yeah,
what the best part is? And obviously we've got an interest in an AI company and a whole bunch of other things. It's AI generated back end stuff anyway.
yeah,
And it's like you don't, please, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this, if you are, $1 million business, or if you are a startup listening to this podcast, please, before someone tries to rope you into one of those deals, right, or promise you 20 leads a day, just call us. One of us
yeah,
will tell you the truth about it. We won't sell you anything. But one of the reasons that I started this podcast so many years ago, and it's morphed and evolved into where it is now, is because I want to help you. I want to help you, the listener, not make the mistakes that we see so many people make. The amount of money that people have burnt before they find us is scary. And it's like, and by us, I mean the whole group, and you're like, wow, I just cannot believe that you went and paid 60 grand to be in a mastermind and you didn't even have the owner of the mastermind in the chat. Like,
yeah. It's
what,
very
what are
upsetting
you
when you
doing?
hear
Like,
people's stories. The amount of time I
and
have
then
to
people
spend,
come to us
like,
and they're like, hang on, so yours is 30 grand a year and you actually are in it. I'm like, yeah, and I'm on every single coaching call. And it's not, it's like, what? Like, that's it. Like, yeah, that's it. And we make you money.
that's
You
because
know?
we actually care, like we really care about the businesses we work
Well,
for. If I have a mistake at work or if something goes wrong, you know that I'm up until midnight myself fixing it because I need to know it's okay before I can go to bed. I'm not going to leave our clients
that is
whatever
true.
in a big old mess because I don't think it's acceptable. If you've taken their money, you need to deliver the service.
Absolutely. We got to deliver, right? Like it's all
Yeah.
about delivery because that's my expectation. And that's one of the reasons why you've been with me for so long.
Yeah.
We've been working together and now we're partners in the agency for that reason. That was
Yeah.
the reward of consistency, loyalty, effort, learning. And I've put up with every single bloody state you've wanted to move to and offices that we've opened and closed. And I think I created a mini version of me over the last 10 years, which is
Yeah, maybe.
kind of the opposite of what I need sometimes. And that's why we've got other team members like Hannah and Simone because they are
More stable.
much more calm, right? I sometimes wonder how my wife married me and how you became best friends with her. It's kind of bizarre. She. I always say, Lucia, I think you're a bit of a narcissist, really. You just love us crazy people. But anyway, we're not here to talk about those things.
No.
Let's keep going. This is great. I love it.